This is Alan Ball.
Hi, this is Audrey Fisher.
This is Jim Perry.
Hi, this is Kristen Bauer.
Hi, this is Alexander Skarsgård.
This is Nelson Ellis.
Hi, this is Johnny Neal.
This is Rayo Tucker. Hi, this is Lindsay Pulsifer.
Hi, this is Ryan Quanton from True Blood.
Hello, this is Theo Alexander.
Hey, this is Lauren Bowles.
Hi, this is David Tishman. This is James Frayne, and you're listening to True Blood Radio.
This is Liz.
This is Mel.
Welcome to episode 125 of the True-Blood.net vodcast. We've got your latest True Blood news and happenings around the website and lots of photos and things that we want to yak about, so we're going to get right into it.
First, we'd like to congratulate the 3 winners of our Dying for Daylight giveaway, which ended last Thursday night. Sarah Merlin, Kristen Hubner, and Claire Melrose have all been notified, and their game codes have been sent to them already. Thanks for playing with us, ladies.
Yeah, that was fun. We had a good turnout for that. There was well over 300 entries for that game. Yeah, so not too shabby.
Yeah, lots of people wasting hours online, getting sucked in, playing games.
Yep, I did. Well, True Blood cast members have been busy attending various events about town this week, and they've all been caught on camera. Alexander Skarsgård was at the Tom Ford flagship store opening in L.A. this week wearing what I think may be a Tom Ford suit, and he looked quite nice in it, I might say. We've got plenty of photos to share with you about that, so go on over and take a look. He also wore that suit over to the Hollywood Reporters party for the Best Picture Oscar nominees party. So that's a lot of fun. We've got a shot of Joe Manganiello doing some shopping for maybe his next high-def television set so that he could be ready for next season's football. Watch his Steelers make it or break it. Mm-hmm. And that was from the 2011 Film Independent Spirit Awards that night. So a very exciting evening. What else happened? True Blood attended a book signing at the Barnes & Noble at the Grove in L.A. Sam Trammell, Tina Wesley, and Deborah Ann Woll showed up to meet and greet and signed copies of the True Blood Volume 1 all together now, the comic book set. That's it's one book, right? A hardcover book, yeah. Really nice, too, from what I saw from the pictures, and we've got those pictures also in our gallery, True-Blood.net. Be sure to go on and take a look at those. And finally, the Oscars. Now, I didn't watch the Oscars. I don't like watching the Oscars, but I do like looking at the pictures afterward. And there's some great ones of Stephen Moyer, Anna Paquin, and Alexander Skarsgård. They all watched the Oscars in style at Mont Blanc. Did I say that right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And at the Vanity Fair parties. So you can check those out, too. I loved Anna's red dress, and her and Stephen looked really good together. Him with that black suit and her matching pretty well with the red. It looked really nice on her.
That was a very, very nice dress. It seemed like she was ready to break out and dance just any minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, had one of the swirly skirts that would be good for dancing.
Yeah, they know that seemed to be the theme at the Oscars.
Yeah, kind of did. Yeah, and Stephen, I really liked his jacket. It was kind of a little Victorian influence, I think.
Yeah.
And then you had Alex going for the modern look with his blazer and scarf. Looking good.
Looking dapper.
Mm-hmm. Well, we want to remind you, our gorgeous and smart listeners of True Blood Radio, that Audible is offering you a free audiobook download with a free 14-day trial to give you a chance to check out their service. Audible has all 10 of the Sookie books available in audiobook format, plus the Harper Connolly series, and I think the Aurora Teagarden series is on there as well. And through this special offer, you can get one of those books for free. To download your free audiobook, go to audibletrial.com/trueblood. Again, that's audibletrial.com/trueblood and snag your free audiobook.
Yeah, speaking of books, I did just kind of on a side. We're trying to keep you guys busy out there until the season starts, and it's not easy to do.
No.
You know, I mean, we're short on news this week. Pretty much everything else needs to be viewed because they're photos, so we really don't have much else in news, but we're trying to keep you busy. Mel's got the fashion and the makeup thing going on, which I loved this week's with Pam. The makeup with Pam, oh, beautiful. Have to try that. But you guys won't ever see it.
Plus, we have the meaning of Alcide's name. This is the inquiry that started the entire thing, the entire feature series that we're doing now. And it's a guest writer. It's very interesting, very interesting. Check it out if you haven't already.
Yeah. And we reviewed a book this week. It's kind of it's for young adults, really, but really I think people of all ages will enjoy this book. It's called Desires of the Dead, and it's by Kimberly Durding, and I enjoyed it. It was a good mystery. It was actually a mystery, and this girl's, of course, it's paranormal. This girl has an ability, much like Harper Conley.
Oh.
Yes, she can, she hears dead people. the bodies that want to be found, so she finds them. But there's a mystery involved there, and it's a really good one. And I was up until 3:30 this morning reading that sucker. So I put a disclaimer in the review. Please don't send me any hate mail about misspelled words or typos. I did my best.
So
with eyes crossed.
It's a can't put it down kind of book then.
It really was, I mean, after each chapter, it was one of those books where you say at the end of the chapter, this is going to be the last, and I'm going to turn off the light and go to sleep. But, it's not so much that she ended the chapter on a cliffhanger, but she ended it in such a way where you wanted to see, well, but that's not resolved. Is that going to happen? What's going to happen? What's going to happen next? What's around the bend? And I think that was the whole feel of this book, is what's around the bend. Can't wait to see what's going to happen. And I really hope she has a follow-up book to this, because there were some questions left that I had that were unanswered. So pick it up, Desires of the Dead. It's out now.
Sounds interesting.
And that's it.
Yeah, let's get some spoilers going. This is a good week for spoilers.
Yes, it has been. So if you don't want to be spoiled, turn us off, shut us down, and we will see you next week. Don't want anybody spoiled, and we're doing that now.
Warning, warning.
Warning, warning, warning. No, we should have, Hunter flash that spoilers.
Yeah. Bloop, bloop.
All right, so spoilers now. The biggest and most exciting news to come out this week was the return of Godric in Season 4. That had everybody screaming, woohoo! TV Line they dropped the news that the wonderful Alan Hyde and the cutie pie, Alan Hyde, will reprise his role as fan favorite Godric on True-Blood Season 4. Details are scarce, but we think it's safe to assume that Godric will appear in either a flashback or a dream, considering he met the sun in Season 2. Alan Ball didn't provide too many clues, except that fans will see a different side of Godric. I tend to believe that this will be a flashback.
Yeah, and I wonder if it has to do with Eric remembering some of the things that he did as a young and not very nice vampire.
That's what I'm thinking, because Godric did not do some good things. He was not proud of the life that he led, if you remember. Mm-hmm. That was part of the reason why he wanted to meet the sun was because part of it was because he was just done. Mm-hmm. What, he lived 2,000 years?
Yeah.
And, that's enough. 2000th birthday present to myself, I'm going to meet the sun. But he wasn't always the wonderful, sweet, fair-minded, tolerant vampire that we saw. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking it's going to be a flashback, but we'll see.
We'll see. Meanwhile, taking care of Trubies everywhere, the Watch with Kristen spoiler column has some juicy bits and bites for us this week, answering some fans' tweeted questions. First, from Emily Ann 18 comes, do you know any new spoilers related to Season 4 of True Blood? And they answered, we talked to Sam Trammell this weekend at the True Blood Altogether Now graphic novel event, and he told us about Sam's future. He says, what's great about this here is that we explore the shape-shifting community a little bit more. So there's going to be a lot of cool mythological stuff that we talk about, shapeshifter rules and what shapeshifters can do and who they are. And Sam's also got a new love interest that's going to happen this year for him. That would be Luna. I don't have really good luck with the ladies. They usually die, so hopefully she'll survive. Fingers crossed. Everyone else wishes Sam's new girlfriend good luck on the whole surviving Bon Tom thing, as the Watch with Kristen folks said. So it sounds like we're going to get into not just the vampire hierarchy, but also the shapeshifter hierarchy. And rules and politics, maybe. I think we kind of had a little bit of a clue about that when we were getting some of the earlier casting calls, but it's nice to have that confirmed. Well, then Natalia004 asks for more True Blood scoop, and they have quotes from Rutina Wesley, who shares, "You're going to find out where Tara goes, and there's going to be some happiness for her. It won't last for long. This is True Blood. It's a new Tara, and I think the fans are going to like it. She's not duct taped. She's not tied up. She's got this personal strength, and I think it's really awesome to see her. Suki and I will have some stuff this season. She's my best friend, so we're always going to have little moments. And we're going to get back to how I felt about Sam Merlot, finding out that he was a shapeshifter. So we are going to have a little moment about that. And I think Lafayette's the only one that knows where I am, and he gives me some great advice."
I'm very interesting.
I've been thinking about this in the last week, or the last few days, is more of what Rutina said has been kind of coming around. This is a good, succinct summary of what she said, but she's been gone, but she comes back and she experiences some happiness for a while, which is long overdue. But when she comes back, in another interview, she said that Tara has a new sense of stability. So even though she's going to be encountering some more danger and, just weirdness because she's back in Bon Tom, she has an inner strength. And I'm really interested to see where that goes.
I am too. I think it's going to be interesting to see what she does with that. If she has that inner strength, I'm sure that she's going to come back to Bon Tom with, I don't know, kind of like, oh, you're a shapeshifter? Yeah, okay. Been there, done that. Bought the shirt.
Yeah.
It's not going to freak her out like it did, maybe. I don't know. I'm really excited to see where that goes because, and a lot of the fans have been, especially after last season, they're tired of the weepy, fearful, kind of weak kind of Tara. Of course,
given what she was going through, I thought she did admirably.
I think she held her own against Franklin Mott pretty darn good. I mean, I'd have cried too.
Yeah, yeah. I'd have been freaked out, but she kept it together and got herself out of there. And I'm curious about how she's going to react to Bill, because she blames him for not getting her out of there.
Yeah.
So I wonder if there's going to be some moments between the two of them. Yeah.
Well, and he almost kills her best friend.
Right.
So that's the last. I think that's the last we see of her and Bill together in the same.
I think you're right.
So, going to be interesting, and I'm really curious to see how she goes back and deals with Sam.
Yeah, especially now that Sam has his own love interest.
Yeah.
He's got Luna, and then here comes Tara, so maybe Sam will get to be part of the love triangle for a change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they also had some Jessica and Hoyt scoop. They chatted with Deborah Ann Wool at the same event, and she said that Jessica and Hoyt ended in a very positive place, but obviously that won't last for long. We definitely pick up with a bit more trouble happening. Bon Tom is a scary place. The first 2 episodes are very interesting. Jim Perrick and I had some really fun stuff to play with, like right off the bat, but maybe the first episode is my favorite as of now, just because it is the most varied. Deborah also said that Jessica and Bill grow closer this season, saying, I think we're definitely also in a healing stage where he's finally accepting that he has a progeny, that he has a daughter vampire, and he needs to give me tools to actually survive. So he's definitely more cooperative and participatory in my growing up. It's about time. Deadbeat.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, he just kind of, he proposes to Suki, goes off and does his own thing with her, and just kind of leaves her.
Yeah. Well, she called him on it, so.
Granted, he was kidnapped, but that's no excuse. Should have been there for her. Shouldn't have left anyway.
Yeah, it's good that he's stepping up, and again, this goes back to the possibility that he has an authoritative role in season 4. He's in a position of authority, and maybe this also has brought an additional sense of responsibility for him.
Well, darn, I hope so.
Yeah.
They had some funny moments together last season
Good.
when he was, trying to teach her things, and, I would like to have seen more of that. So I'm really excited that they're going to revisit that, and maybe it's all not going to be funny, but I think I could see some sweet moments coming out of that. So I was really excited when I read that. That was, to me, out of, and I know people are going to be, what is wrong with you? Godric is coming back. That's the biggest news ever. Yes, but for me, everybody's got their something, and that's it for me. Bill and Jessica.
They are a good pair.
I think so.
Very entertaining. Yeah. Now, I'm curious, going back to Tara, how is she going to react to what we assume is happening between Sookie and Eric? If she's, she says she's spending some time with Sookie. Rutina says that they have their moments because they're best friends. So does she know what's happening? Does she know that Sookie's harboring an amnesiac vampire?
I don't know, but...
And how will she react to that?
I could see some really comedic moments.
What would be interesting is if Tara's the one that kind of pushes Sookie toward Eric because she's so upset with Bill.
Could be. Wouldn't that be great?
And Sookie, of course, knows how Sam feels, or Tara knows how Sam feels about Sookie. So maybe this new personal strength has Tara saying, you know what? I want Sam, so Sookie, why don't you go over to the big Viking? I could see her doing that.
Yeah, Sookie's got her pick of the cream of the crop, so I could see that. So I think Tara should just go ahead and light some fires.
Yep, I think so. I think she might be, if she's coming back, as she says, she's coming back with this personal strength. I'm really, really excited about that because I think that, in the books, Tara is something of a catalyst for Sookie taking some action that we haven't really seen yet. In the series, we haven't seen that kind of a relationship between the two of them. I mean, there have been a couple of occasions, but I think that now maybe she's going to come back and be less needy with Sookie. She can maybe give some of the strength back to Sookie that Sookie's been giving to her.
Yeah.
So.
Now, here's another thing that I'm wondering, too. We haven't heard anything about Adina Porter coming back. I don't know. Not that I remember, but I wonder how things are going to be between Tara and her mother.
I do.
There was some. Yeah, I know that when she left, she kind of pushed her mom to, the pastor of her church.
Right.
Go ahead, do whatever you got to do. But, I wonder what she's going to come back to. Mm-hmm. And then there's Lafayette.
Yeah, and what's this advice he's giving her?
Yeah. Interesting. Now, remember, we talked about this before, about how Lafayette is going to he's already found out that he's got some, background, some history, some magic. Mm-hmm. And so we were speculating at one time if Tara might not have some of that come to the surface as well, being that they're related. So, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if they're going to delve into their history a little bit more.
Yeah, it would. To see if they're, Boy, it's all just so tied together.
Yeah, it really is.
So many ways that these storylines could go and connect with that one or that one or that one. So,
yeah. Don't you wish you could sit in on a round table with the writers?
Yes, absolutely. I know they're breaking episode 8 this week, which means they're plotting out what's going to happen in the episode, and then it goes to whoever's assigned to actually write it. Then goes and writes all the everything. But so they are about halfway through filming, I think, and now they're getting towards the end of the season, where all of the storylines start coming together. Usually, so
yeah,
I'd love to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah,
but that in production blog, that's kind of giving us some insight.
Yeah,
The Inside True Blood.
Yeah, it is. You guys check it out often. Often you find some little nuggets in there. You can, gather them all up and piece things together. So she's always got some interesting stuff going on over there.
Yeah, definitely. Put that in your reader so you can keep up with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, I should do that. I've just been going there, every day, but I haven't actually gotten it to connect up with my reader, so I'll do that later.
All right.
All right.
I guess we're ready to wrap it, and we should mention that next week's vodcast will be our special Paley Fest episode. Liz and I will both be at Paley Fest this weekend. If you see us, say hi. We'd love to meet you.
Yep.
And we'll be, I think if we can manage it, we're planning to record actually sitting in the same room after the event. We're planning to record the podcast, so we'll see if that happens.
Yeah, I think we did that from Comic-Con, didn't we?
Yeah, it's just a matter of whether we're going to be awake and, the timing of it all. But that's our plan, is to bring you the excitement of Paley Fest in next week's episode.
Yeah, and we are excited.
I'm excited.
I can't wait. I can't believe it. I'm going to be leaving the snow, the dirty black snow and cold weather and behind.
Going to sunny LA.
Yahoo! Yeah. All right. Well, we'll wrap and finish up here and go have some wine. We want to thank you for joining us. Our show is written and produced by Mel and myself. Music is courtesy of Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com. This podcast is copyright True-Blood.net. All rights are reserved. True-Blood.net is not affiliated with HBO or the cast and crew of True Blood. Be sure to bookmark True-Blood.net and watch for next week's podcast on Thursday. We're pushing them out to Thursdays right now. And we'll have the latest news live from Paley, hopefully. Fingers crossed. We'll have some more spoilers if there's any. And email us. We'll get your emails out there, too.
We also want to thank our editor, Hunter, for doing such a fine job with our podcasts. And, as always, don't forget to send in your comments or questions to webmaster@true-blood.net. We would love to hear from you. And, again, watch for next week's special Paley Fest episode.
See you later.
Bye.